Hey guys, my name is Nora Franch, and welcome to the podcast Grateful Blessed Mess, daily reflections for those in the 12 steps. I am a fellow 12-stepper and certified mindset coach, and I am here to introduce you to the value of mindset coaching in your 12-step journey. So if you feel like you are stuck in the steps, if you're slipping and sliding with your abstinence, mindset coaching may help you as it did me, and you can find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. These episodes are meant to invite you in to consider the truths of 12-step wisdom and to join in the very real struggle of living them in action. I hope that it feels almost like a mini meeting, and I invite you to contribute your own share on the Grateful Blessedness Facebook group to keep the discussion going. My comments are based on my own experience, so feel free to take what you like and leave the rest. But my hope is to encourage you on your own daily 12-step journey. As they say, you cannot stay clean on yesterday's shower. So without further ado, let's begin. Hello, a day at a time. Here we are. We are reading April 18th, the reflection for the day. Those of us who find recovery choose to admit that we're personally powerless over our addictions. In the program, as we surrender to our higher power, we develop a new healthy dependence, even if it simply takes the shape of a dependence upon our group. Have I chosen to try for a life of honesty and humility, of selfless service to my fellows and my higher power? Today I pray, may I grow the wisdom to know the difference between willpower, which has failed me before, and willingness to seek help for my addiction through my higher power and through others who are also recovering. May I know that there are choices open to me as there are to my fellow sufferers in the foggiest stages of addiction. May I choose the kind of life that my higher power wants for me. Today I will remember, willingness, more than willpower, is the key to recovery. Willingness, more than willpower. Willpower sounds powerful, doesn't it? It sounds like hefty. It sounds, it's something that most of us have grown up believing that, like, you can do anything if you have enough willpower, right? And I think it's helpful with recovery to think of willpower as white knuckling it. And I want you to get that image in your mind of like these tight fisted hands. They're squeezing, your knuckles are white because there is literally no blood flowing through because you're squeezing your vessel so hard that it can't circulate. And everything is a burden. You're tensing so hard that your body's burning all this excess energy and it can't even do easily the things it's meant to do easily. All right. So your body was made to be well. It wants to be well. But it's our willpower, it's like our mind that can actually get in our way for a while. And we think we have to do it alone. I think that's another part of white knuckling, is this idea that, I can do it myself. Thank you very much. And yes, that's part of humility. And yes, it's pride that makes you think that you have to. And it's also pride that is that thing in you that wants to be able to do it alone. And that is just something that you're going to have to get over, just like I did. When I'm alone is when I'm exposed. We're vulnerable in program. I'm vulnerable on this podcast. But I know that in doing this work and when I'm in my meetings that I am held within the protection of the group. And so I'm vulnerable, but I'm not exposed the way that I am when I'm isolated, when I'm hiding, and when I'm alone in my disease. And that is a very big difference. I think it is in program, in the rooms that we learn how to be vulnerable safely, that there can be safety in vulnerability. And in that is healing. That for me is where my healing came from, in learning that it's actually possible to be vulnerable and not have it kill you, and to be vulnerable and from that to grow stronger and more like linked in to my people. But they have to be the right people. That is important. And that is the beauty of the fellowship of the program. So there's another, I'm gonna jump to the first paragraph that I read from. Have I chosen to try for a life of honesty and humility, of selfless service to my fellows and my higher power? Have I chosen? It's your choice. It's your choice. It is our will, our willingness, or our decision to, white knuckle with willpower. Those are both a choice. So what do you choose today? I guess that's what I want you to think about. Are you choosing a life of honesty, humility, and selfless service, even if that just means the service of being present on a meeting? Because if there aren't people present for a meeting, it literally can't exist. And so I want you to think about that, what you are choosing to be present for today, what you are choosing to have in your life today. And so there is a good use of your will. I mean, your will is that is your most powerful weapon, right? It's your most powerful weapon in your disease, and it's your most powerful weapon in your recovery. So guard it, use it with deliberation, and think about the kind of person you want to show up as. So may I note that there are choices open to me, as there are to my fellow sufferers in the foggiest states of addiction. May I choose the kind of life that my higher power wants for me. And this is where I want to leave you. I want you to think about the kind of life that your higher power wants for you. So think about that and just get quiet and really, don't even go to what you think you want, because, our minds are screwy, our priorities are off, and we can be pulled in different directions based on like our desire of the moment. So if you can, I want you to get quiet and either journal or just sit quietly, meditate, pray, whatever it is that helps you kind of slow down and really try to engage and ask your higher power, what is it, the kind of life that you want for me? Ask him. Something will come. What is the kind of life you want for me? And then start moving in that direction. And let me know what happens. All right. I love you guys. With that, I pass. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you feel that mindset coaching could help you on your 12-step journey, please feel free to reach out and find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. But more than that, it's important to me to give listeners like yourself a place where you do not need to feel alone on your 12-step journey. And for that reason, I've created a Facebook group. It's called Grateful Blessed Mess. And it's a place where listeners can go to add their own commentary on the share for the day, in addition to my own, and for us just to have a conversation or start a back and forth where people can find support in their 12-step journey. This is not a replacement for 12-step work. This is something outside of the 12 steps. It is simply something that has a heart for the 12 steps and those who are in it. And so, welcome. If you're here, chances are you may also be a bit of a mess. And I hope that you can learn to find some gratitude in the blessings that have come from your messes.